So you're welcome. On this channel, we'll be solving questions, mathematical questions or physics questions that has to do with calculation. People fail because of lack of knowledge of calculation. Then in physics, it is more technical. We'll open it everything up to you. And if you want to be an excellent student in physics, you must be sound in calculation. And that is what we're doing in this channel. On this channel, we'll be talking about calculation. There are other questions you may ask, no problem. But basically, we want you to know how to calculate. This is holiday project on physics. This is physics. Physics SS2. Alright. Now, this is a question on projectile. So what we are dealing with here is projectile motion. Okay, so in projectile you must understand and be able to picture how it works. Is that a catapult is propelled, and a stone is propelled by a catapult. Imagine you catapult a stone. This is the shape of the projectile. It will go up and come down. That's the projectile part. You may include your arrow this way. This is the horizontal level, and this is the vertical level. Alright. Now, this is the starting point. The stone moves with a velocity u or speed. U is speed. U is the speed or velocity. Alright. Now, there's what we call maximum height. There's what we call range. And there's what we call time of flight. Let me begin with the time of flight. When you launch the stone from here, it travels, and after some time, it will land. The time it takes to travel from the beginning to the landing is called time of flight. Time of flight, designated by capital T, and the formula is 2u sine theta over g. Okay, g is the acceleration due to gravity. It's a constant. It's either g is acceleration due to gravity. It's constant. It's 9.8 meter per second square. Permit me to do that, please. That's g. So don't be confused when you see g. Now let me tell you about theta before you're confused. Theta is the angle. When you launch it, the angle the part makes with the horizontal is called theta. That's the angle. So time of flight, the time it takes to launch and to land, and it is given by 2 times the velocity sine the angle over acceleration due to gravity. The next thing is maximum height. When it travels, it will go up. It will get to the maximum that cannot go up again before it starts dropping. That is called maximum height. Maximum height. From this to this. Maximum height. Capital H. So maximum height designated by H equal to u square sine square theta all over 2g. That's the formula. That's the formula. The third one, already you know the theta, you know the velocity, okay? The third one is the range. Range R, and that is equal to U square sine 2 theta over G. So in physics, you must know your formula. You must know your formula. And whenever you come across a formula in your notes, when you are being taught or you are reading, put the formula in the box. Each of them, put them in the box. This other one also, put it in the box. So that anytime you are reading and you see the box, you know it's a formula. Remember, you cannot pass physics without knowing the formula. Physics problems are solved with formula. There are some definitions that you can solve them with formula. So if you want to be a physics student, you want to be an engineer, you cannot run away with formula. So you must know how to remember time of flight, maximum height, range, everything must be in your memory. Now, this is the holiday project for SS2 physics. We want to solve it. On this channel, we'll be solving similar questions. When you are given holiday projects, we will not want you to just copy and submit and pass. It's not right. It's not correct. We want you to know it. Many people fail physics today because they copy. How can you pass in your exams? How can you face JAMB? How can you get admission to a good school? How can you become an engineer or a doctor or a scientist? Whichever one you want to be in science, physics is very important. So we want you to know it. So what we are going to be doing is we look at the question, we guide you on how to do it. You do it yourself. Or we look for a similar question and solve. So let me tell you what to do here. Read the question, get out the parameters, then look for the formula to apply. A stone is propelled from a catapult with a speed of, speed, that's U. The first thing you do, get out the parameters, 50 meters per second. Read on. It said, attains a height of, this height, this maximum height, attains a height of, that means it got to the height, maybe the highest, so that's h, 100 meters, 100 meters. So calculate the time of flight, the angle of projection, the range attained. All right. Now, another thing to consider is you are given the speed in meters per second. So height in 100 meters. If this is meters, this must be meter. Had it been they have given you in centimeter, you have to convert everything to meter or all meters to centimeters. You cannot be using these parameters in a formula when their units are different. So you must make the unit standard. If it is meter here, you have to use meter here. So this one is meter, this one is meter, no problem. Now, the next thing to consider is, what am I to calculate? A, calculate the time of flight. Calculate the time of flight. In a situation whereby you have the time of flight formula, maybe it's more than one, you now consider which formula contains the given parameters. But for this question, only one formula. So time of flight t equals 2u sine theta over g. Another thing is, you must write down your formula. You must write down the formula you are using. It carries mark. Now you want to see if you can go ahead and solve. If I'm looking for time of flight, I need to know the velocity, the speed, which is given, fine. I need to have g, okay, I'm not given, but it's a constant that you must know. So you include it in your parameters. 9.8 meter per second square. They still follow meter, meter, meter. Since the constant is in meter, if these are not in meter, you have to convert everything to meter. But thank God everything is in meter. So you have the velocity, you have the acceleration due to gravity, the angle. Wow, we were not given the angle. Wow. Okay, what can we do to calculate the angle? So look for a formula here that has the angle, because you are looking for the angle, the one that has the angle and has the speed and has all that you have, maximum height. So you look at what you have, which formula has it. The speed, they all have it. We still don't know which one to choose. The G, acceleration due to gravity, they all have it. We still cannot decide. The H, which one has it? This one has it. No one else has it. So we go with this. We have to go with this. So H equal to u square sine square theta all over 2g. Sorry, this is the formula we are using to find our angle, because we need angle here. Okay, so we know this. You substitute, then you make this what? You make it the subject of the formula. You should be able to do this. Let me just use another paper to do that, to solve the maximum height. Let me use this. Want to make this is the formula. Height equals u square sine square theta over 2g. Making theta the subject of formula. Let 2g go to the other side. It will come up, it will cross from bottom to up. This is a magic bridge. So if something is a denominator and it's crossing, it will change to a numerator there. Then h was there before, then u square, then sine square theta or sine theta or bracket square. That's the meaning. So take u square away to this other side. You normally say divide both sides by u square, or you take this u square, which is a numerator here, and it will become a denominator on the other side because it crosses the magic bridge. So then you have sine theta square or sine square theta. It means the same thing. Then this square has to go to this other side. Take the square to the other side. When the square comes to the other side, crossing this magic bridge, it becomes square root of 2gh all over u square equal to sine theta. Remember, we are looking for theta alone. So take the arc sine of this other side. You have arc sine all of this 2gh over u square equals theta. You should know how to do this now. To get your theta, in the question you have been given, you just substitute 2 g. G. The question has given you age, maximum height 100 meters, and the question gave you the speed. So square the speed, substitute all this, look for the square root. After you have looked for the square root of all this, then you look for the arc sign. So theta now has a value. When you get the value of theta, all this should still appear in your working. All this should still appear in your working here. I'm summarizing. I don't want to solve it all for you. So substitute. When you substitute, you get your theta. When theta is known, all right, you bring it back here. You now substitute again to get your time of flight. That's 2 times this sine what you have got as theta over your g. Then you get your time of flight. The question further says, find the angle of projection. Okay, already you have done that. The angle of projection is the theta. Maybe the question should have been A, find the angle of projection, B, the time of flight, maybe typographical error, sort of. So that's why I said this solution should be here, so that you know you are getting your mark for that. So when you get that, that is done. That means you have done 2. The last thing to do is range attained. The range attained. I've told you the range. Did I tell you the range? The range is here. From here to here. The range of flight. It started from here, stopped there. That's the range. Sorry if I did not mention that. That's the range. So the last thing to do, so this is A. You solve this. This is B. As you solve it, then C is the range. You substitute. You know the speed, 50 meters per second, sine, double of the theta. You have got the theta from here, then divide by G. Remember, you must write your formula. Sorry, this is not square theta, this is 2 theta over G. So substitute and get your range. The range will be in meters. The answer will be in meters. The unit of your answer for range is meters. For the angle, it is going to be degree, just degree. Then for the maximum height, it will also be in meters. It will not deviate from what you used. So meters for that as units. This one also will have meters as units. This one will have degree. No, degree as units. Wow. That's all. Now what I will do, I will solve it. I'm going to solve this. I'll put the answer in the description, so that when you finish doing yours, you compare the answer with what we have in the description. I hope that is alright. If you have any comments, any question, please put it in the comment section. Yes, put it in the comment section. I'll keep the answer in the comment section also. So compare, make sure you get the right answer. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Click this the notification button. Like the video. Tell your friends about it. Let them also learn how to solve problems. Thank you for watching. God bless you.